Welcome back, everybody, for another update on construction progress going on around the park. We are starting today at Sleeping Beauty Castle on Main Street because it's under construction. This is going to be our view for the next few months of Sleeping Beauty Castle as they give it a little, a little love, a little TLC. They're going to repair some damage plus, touch it up, make it look a little prettier, as we have mentioned previously. Now, one thing we noticed on this morning, as we get a closer look, is that to my eye it looked like it had taken on this sort of checkerboard style appearance. Now obviously it's not, they haven't all of a sudden decided to redo the paint scheme for the castle. It is definitely a trick of the eyes, and I guess I'm just trying to figure out why that is, I suppose. I mean, we can go back and look at an older photo, and you can see that it definitely did have that before. It's just more obvious today for some reason. My guess is that it's either the scaffolding that is creating that look, or perhaps there's more contrast between the castle, the stonework, as it were, and then the top piece, which has that sort of salmon color to it, the pink salmon color. Perhaps they've already started painting that a different color, creating more contrast. I'm not sure. But it is something that is just more visible today than it was previously, which is just interesting, I guess, to note. But I would imagine that once they take the scaffolding down and everything goes back to normal, we won't even notice it the way we do today. Heading over to New Orleans Square, we found this, a hole in the rivers of America. Probably the Fantasmic is closed for a bit. It's a part of the refurb season, and I would imagine that this is maintenance. We've seen them do this before, and it'll last just a few weeks. But that's where we're at today. There's some kind of stuff. I don't know what they're doing down there. Probably just maintenance. And then meanwhile, the Columbia is also down for refurb. Mark Twain is still open, and you can still ride the Mark Twain, even though the dock is closed. Here's a close-up of that ditch again. Just the Columbia is being under refurb. And now we're going to head over to the Mickey and Friends parking structure for a Galaxy's Edge update. Now we're combining the shows this week. There will not be two different construction updates because the weather was atrocious on this day, and we didn't get to do half of what we wanted to do, or what we usually do in terms of updates, Marvel Land, or going around the park and finding and exploring more things that are being worked on. That's all we got. So luckily I did shoot Galaxy's Edge in the morning, so we did get some footage, and I'm really curious today for some reason about that little piece of rock formation that's being worked on. It's got a different color scheme than we've seen in others or other rock formations. And then here's a scan of the top of the Rise of the Resistance building. Yeah, so next week we'll probably be back under regular, recording. Although it is supposed to rain again on Saturday, so who knows? Maybe, I don't know. It's in doubt. But I mean, there's not a lot going on anyway, so it doesn't kill us to combine the episodes. And look at this; those are done. And it's made me, pause and think, well, what is their function now? So here's a look at how they appear to our eyes from the rivers of America, and I can't wait to see how they appear on the ground. But that's how they look. It's those three in the background, not the foreground. And we'll continue our tour. We'll go look back at that again in a minute, but we'll continue our tour on the rivers of America to see what's up the Galaxy's Edge, which is about the same. Obviously we're middle deck again because of the rain. They always close the top deck when it rains because it's too slippery up there. It rained a lot on Saturday, folks. Let me just tell you, it rained a lot. And it's still raining. It rained Sunday, and it rained Monday, and it rained today. There they are again. I mean, it's all forced perspective. Obviously, that's why they're set back the way they are, and that's why they're colored the way they are. You may notice that they're white compared to the other more granite, or not granite, but grayish look of the other spires. I'm not sure what that means in terms of perspective, but there you go. I guess it does. I mean, the further the way they are, the wider they look, I guess. I don't know. At least that's the intent. Then again, one more look. Those are them again through the trees. On the right there. They look different depending on your perspective. It's interesting. All right, Mickey Friends parking structure, or the Clio parking structure, is still on track. The progress that we're seeing today is with the escalators that are being installed. Now you'll notice that they're going to change the way that they operate the escalators. Now, instead of regular traditional escalators, they're going to do a slip and slide. So the guests just slide right down there and then arrive at the bottom safe and sound. It's going to be pretty fun. Maybe not a slip and slide. I don't know. Probably traditional escalators. Whee! I'm here. Hey, what are those things down there? Those look like tracks, don't they? I was curious about that. What are those things? The bendy, right there. Yeah, that. They're up on... Yeah. What are those? Guys, anybody? What is that? Okay, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Respect. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Fresh Baked!